Hi, my loves. Welcome to the Shift Pilates. My name is Eka, and thank you so much for joining me onto your mat. I have been a Pilates instructor for over 5 years, and I've been practicing Pilates for over 15 alongside my professional dancing career. Today, I am so excited. This is going to be hella fun. It's going to be 30 to 35 minutes of a fiery, juicy flow. You don't need any equipment. It's going to be full body. We hit arms, abs, a lot of glutes. Those glutes are going to be juicy and glorious. And we even hit our adductors inside thighs. I am so excited to teach this class, and I'm so excited to have you here. As always at the Shift, we film all of our classes with no music, so you're welcome to work out either in silence. You can, of course, play your own music, but we also have our Shift curated playlists, and they will, of course, be linked down below. That's all from me. All you need, your mat, and a juicy will to work through some shit. The time is yours. Meet me onto your mat. It's time to clock in to the shift. Starting today's class down onto the floor. Feet are going to be bent up. I'm going to start with a couple of ab activations. So I want you to take a deep breath in. Maybe your hands can come to your rib cage. Feel them expand. And then on your exhale, squeeze everything deeply in. You might notice your pelvis tucking towards your nose, belly button drilling down. Breath in, expand, exhale, squeeze everything together and closed. Now I want you to really notice that gap underneath your lower back. As you breathe in, you really notice it there. And then as you breathe out, you're corseting your abs in towards the midline. Your lower back is going to press down into the mat. Let's just do 2 more. Breath in, breath out. Beautiful. Last one, breath in. On your breath out, you're going to try and hold that position. Breath out, hold. Bringing both of your legs up into tabletop. Hands are going to lift up and above your shoulder blades. Now again, belly button drilling down. Your waistband is feeling as heavy as possible. Abs already are working hard. One foot is going to lower down towards the mat. Exhale, press and lift up. One foot lowers down towards the mat. Exhale, lift it all the way up. Now here, team, you're trying to keep your upper body as relaxed as possible. So I want you to feel your shoulder bones lowering down towards the floor. All of your focus is really in that lower abdominal region. You're trying not to allow your spine to arch and come up and away. If you are finding like your spine is starting to arch and it's starting to get a little bit too heavy, don't take your toes as low down. Like they can just come halfway to lift then back up. The most important thing here is your belly button drilling down. Instead of getting swayed by the range of motion or the hardest variation, try and just be humble enough to meet your body exactly where it's at today. Team, we're going to start to add on. The next time your right toes lower down, can you start to extend your left hand back and away from you? Now, straight away, more load on the abdominals. You're starting to add another limb and a lever, which is almost like a weight reaching back behind you. Abs and front body really need to work hard to squeeze and control everything. Now, the key here is, besides your belly button drilling down, you're trying to keep this as slow as possible, like actually painfully slow. Sometimes I know we can tend to rush through things, but the magic is in the slowness and again, the humility to just embrace the shakes. Like, bitch, I've been doing Pilates for like 15 years and I still fucking shake every single time. Oh, I really do a dead bug properly. It actually means that you're doing it properly. We're going to start to add on. Next time your left toes lower down, right fingertips reach all the way back. Meet me all the way back into tabletop. We just stick with that side. Inhale, away. Exhale, drill it down heavier through your waistband each time you come back in. So strong, team. Now, if you're feeling really good here, a little refinement or an option above can be to start to extend your leg long and away from you. You've got 2 long levers. Exhale, squeeze everything back in. My loves, we are here for another 5. Take the option that allows you to press your lower back as firmly down into the mat as possible. Ooh, starting to definitely feel it. 3, here are the shakes. Embrace it for 2. Last one. Straight away to the other side. I'm going to start with my bent legs. Tap, exhale, press and lift. Has your lower back started to peel up and away from the mat? Be really strict and firm with yourself. If it has, there's no shame in just lowering your range of motion. But if you're ready for more, an extension and a squeeze in. My abs are on fire and it feels fucking good. Team, 4 more. Embrace the shakes for 2. Good, we're gonna start to add a chest lift. Last one. Squeeze everything in, hold your legs in tabletop. As you take your next exhale, fingertips reach long and away. Chest peels up, lower all the way down. Fingertips reach back and behind you. Exhale. Inhale, peel and lower. Now, if you're finding that your hip flexors are starting to join the party a little bit too much, just bring your knees a gentle touch closer towards you. It's just gonna release a little bit of that tension. But if you're feeling good here, the further away your knees go, the harder your abs need to work to stabilize this position. So do what it is that you feel you need with your body at this point. Team, we're gonna add on. The next time you take your chest lift, meet me there, hold. Can you extend one leg long and away? Let's bend that knee back in. Lower head, neck, and shoulders all the way down. As you lift, peel your chest up. One leg extends, alternate. Squeeze it back in. Lower head, neck, and shoulders. Can you energize through your fingers? I want you to feel like your fingers are trying to reach further past your toes each time you take your chest lift. Pressing deeply down through the back of your pants. Inhale, release. Exhale, back into tabletop. And we lower. Team, we're gonna lift up, just gonna start to swap legs. Reach one leg long, squeeze it back into the center. Other leg, long, squeeze it back into the center. Can you lift your shoulder blades away from the mat just a little bit more? Breath in. Breath out. If at any point you need a little bit more support to the back of your head, one hand can always come there. We are nearly done here, everybody. Coming up to our challenge point. The next time your right leg goes long, meet me there, hold. Hands are gonna come to find your left shin. Peel up a little bit higher, bring your knee in towards your nose. Keep floating your right toe. Single leg stretch. We start to swap. We start to swap. Now, team, I'm going to start to take a gentle little oblique twist, almost like my shoulder is trying to come to meet towards my knee. Can you still remain slow and controlled with your repetitions? It is not momentum that's moving this. It is your strong abdominals. Everybody stay with me. Let's go for another 6. Let's go for 5. Can you continue to feel energy through your toes? So strong, team. Let's go for another 3. For 2. Hands are gonna come to the back of the head. Let's bicycle it out. This is more load onto the abdominals. We have got it. Gonna start to reach elbow to opposite knee. That burn feels so good. Team, let's go for another 8. I do have a set of pulses coming up. We are here for 5. For 4, can you fight for a little bit higher lift? A little bit more twist. 2. 1, squeeze both of your knees in, lift up a little bit higher. Stay with me, everybody. I know it's burning. but let's enjoy it. Reach your fingertips long and away. Let's start to pulse our chest up. Exhale, press. I'm imagining like I've got a set of weights and I'm imagining like they're pulling my chest up and away. Chin is away from your chest. My team, we are here for another 10 glorious, juicy, wonderful pulses, only up to 6. 4, lift up a little bit higher. Yes, you can. This is where it counts. Another 2, another 1, hold. 5, lift up. 4, reach your knees a little bit further away from you. More load onto your abs. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep exhale. 3, 2, 1, and gently lower down. How yummy was that? Find your feet planted down onto the floor. Hands are going to reach down by your sides for now. Shuffle your heels up so that you can give them a little tickle with your fingertips. We're going to start to tuck our tailbone underneath, straight into our articulated pelvic bridge. Hold at the very top. Give your tush a really strong squeeze. And then gently massage your spine all the way down. Of course, team, take a break if you would like. However, I find that after a spicy ab set, going straight into bridges is actually like a little release for this front body. Whilst you want to keep it as straight as possible, use it exactly for what it is. It's a nice little massage for that back body. Exhale, press all the way up to the sky. Knees are reaching forward. You're trying to extend this front body. And then gentle, slow melt down. I'm going to start to add arms in. As I roll all the way up to the sky, they're pressing actively down by my side. And as I roll all the way down, I'm going to try and coordinate my hands, energized fingers. They reach above my shoulder blades as my tailbone taps. Exhale, press and squeeze. I find the height. I lower all the way down, starting to feel the activation through the crease line of my booty. Beautiful. I'm going to start to add on. I'm going to articulate my spine down. 4, 3, 2, 1. But as soon as my tailbone hits, it's a strong press all the way up. So starting to add a little bit of dynamic. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, strong press. So as I indulge in the glorious articulation of that lower, I'm also starting to introduce a little bit of power running through my heels. Like I should be able to lift my toes as I press up and away because all of the power is running through the heels. Team, let's go for another 4 like this. Really enjoy that articulation because we're about to take it out. In 3. Good, keep coordinating your arms. In 2. My arms are going to stay high. Last one. Beautiful. Meet me with your hands up and away. I'm going to take that articulation out. Simply tap, simply lift. Tap and lift. Now, team, this is where the danger starts to arise. I mean, okay, danger is a very intense word. Like it's just Pilates. Let's calm down. Danger in terms of just want you to be aware of as you start to build pace and dynamic, ribs can start to open. Keep it calm. Keep them quiet and relaxed. You want to be focusing on that juicy crease line of your ass. The juicy connection that just feels so good to work. I'm going to start to add on. I'm going to shut the fuck up and start to add on. Lift and squeeze, glutes, hold. Can you start to float your right heel up and away? Tap it back down. Tap your glutes back down. Exhale, press, right heel, lower, and we go down. Good. Now I'm going to progress. You're welcome to stay here if that feels good for you for today's class. But if you're ready for just a little bit more, the next time I float my hips up, I'm going to float my full foot into tabletop, lower it back down, tap my hips. Exhale, press, float, tap, and lower. Now, team, the hardest variation is to keep your hands lifted the whole time. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to bring my hands down as I take my pelvic press and then lift them back up to the sky. This is what feels the most supportive for me in today's class. And I know that I'm going to be able to give a little bit more in each variation if I just have a little bit more support with my hands down. Because honestly, that's another thing. Like, you have to know when to modify to actually be able to give a little bit more instead of just blindly, constantly taking the challenge. I've got a lot of opinions for this, but the next time you float up, hold, it's just your right leg. Floating, tapping down. Keep it slow. Float and tap. Let's go for another 8. Can you tuck through your tailbone a little bit deeper? Just because the challenge is there, it doesn't mean you need to take it. Equally, just because an easier option is there, it doesn't mean you need to take it. You need to really develop the discernment with your own body. I had to really think of that word for a second. Team, another 2. You're going to meet me all the way up there. Find a moment of hold. Can you start to float your left heel away? Tap it back down. Stay. Left heel away. Tap it back down. It's definitely starting to get spicier. Let's keep it going for 6. Can you press through and lift up a little bit higher? Everybody for 4. For 3, tuck your tailbone. Last 2. You're going to meet me all the way up there. Find a moment of hold. Unfold your top leg. Exhale, little pulses up to the sky. Your option is to lower your left heel at any point. Your option is to float your hands. Oh, this is hard, but I'm going to take it. Everybody, let's go. 8, 7, 6. Can you press down with your toes? Another 3, 2, hold on your last one. Find your toe back down onto the floor. Lower your heels. Exhale and roll all the way down. My hands are going to reach back behind me just for one little stretch. Let's all take a breath in. Let's all take a breath out. I'm going to roll my spine all the way up to the sky. I'm going to tap. Exhale, press and lift. We only have 4 here before we're going to start to move to the left foot. The next time that your hips lift up to the sky, hold. Float your left heel, tap it back down, tap your hips. Everybody, energize your fingers, whether they are on the mat or in the air. Feel the energy running through them. Like I was saying just before, it is so vital that you find and learn discernment for your own body. There is actually nobody, no matter how much responsibility we give to other people and try and shift and blame and name, shame, blame everything to everybody else, nobody can make these decisions for you. Start to float your leg if that is your option. Float. We lower, tap it all the way down. Exhale, lift, float, lower, and tap. Now, team, I already just noticed with myself, as you lift your left leg up, try not to dip down into the hips. Try and keep both of your hips as even as possible. Your discernment comes from your own self-honesty. If you are constantly used to being a lazy bitch, like said with love, but said with as much honesty as possible, if you're constantly used to choosing the easiest option, to never pushing yourself, of course, choosing the easiest option is going to be the thing that you gravitate towards. And it is time for you to get honest and learn the art of discernment as to when you're being a lazy bitch and when it's time for you to actually make a change. Team, the next time you press all the way up, hold. It's just your left leg. Floating and lowering. My hands are going to come down. You're welcome to come down with me or keep them up there for an extra little challenge. We are here for 8. And equally, when you are constantly taking the challenge just from a place of, I'm somebody that just always takes the challenge, that's silly and stupid and something that needs to be called out and something that I personally really, really struggle with. Another 2, There's no need to take the challenge just because. Float your right heel, lower it down. Float and lower. Everybody use your breath to help you. Exhale and press. If your hands are on the floor, press them down. If your fingertips are in the air, energize them. You've got this, everybody. Another 4, we're gonna find our pulses. In 3, press. Last 2, lift your hips. Yes, you can. Last 1, hold. Unfold your toes. We are pulsing here for 10. So strong, everybody. You're poking a hole through the ceiling. Keep opening through your chest. Energize through your left leg. Let's go for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Last little challenge coming up. Lower both of your feet down. Keep lifting and tucking and rolling your hips up to the sky. Exhale, let's pulse it out. My fingertips are gonna lift. Your fingertips, your decision. Take that discernment as you need. Everybody, let's keep pulsing. 5, 4, enjoy that juicy, glorious burn. Let's go for 3, for 2, last 1, slow, lower, all the way down. Reach your feet long and away from you. Hands are gonna reach back behind you. We're gonna start to take some roll-ups. Now you're gonna tuck your chin into your chest, reach your hands in front, and then it's a slow lift all the way up. I'm not even straight on my mat, my gosh. Lift up, you're gonna scoop through your belly button and then roll all the way down. Keep energizing your fingers and your heels away from you. Down, down, down. Now, if this doesn't feel achievable for you right now, you do have modification options. I want you to find your hands to the back of your thighs. Press your hands into the back of your thighs and allow them to help you to lift all the way up. And then as you roll down, this is where you use the least momentum possible. Like you want to take this painfully slow. Someone's scooping through your belly, you're rounding your spine, and you're trying to fight the feeling of just plunking down onto your mat. Reach your thumbs back and behind. Expand your chest. Exhale. Lift all the way up and lower all the way down. The next time we come up, we're going to start to find some rotation. Keep flexing strongly through your heels. I'm trying to stretch my knees as much as I can. I'm going to take a roll up. Lift my hands to the sky. Bring your hands to the back of your head. We take a breath in, find your spine tall. You're going to take a rotation over to one side, doesn't matter which one. Inhale through the center. Rotation over to the other. Inhale through the center. Now your challenge option is to keep your hands to the back of your head, or you can release them forward as well. Tuck your chin, scoop your belly, round, reach your heels, down, down, down. Now again, challenge point, hands remain to the back of your head. This is neck pull. Oi. Much more load onto your abdominals. You sit tall. You take a rotation. Open out through your armpit. You take a rotation. Center, scoop round the belly. Deepen all the way down. Team, we're gonna do one more. We roll up. Let's all take one more rotation. Exhale, grow a little bit taller with the top of your head. Everything goes up except for your shoulders. And center. Awesome job, everybody. That was a spicy little start to our class. We're gonna come and find a side lying position. So I'm gonna lie down onto my left side. Hand, gonna go long. My right foot. Now you've got a couple of options. Right foot can either come up and like be placed in this kind of turned out position, or you can lower your knee down. Just when you lower your knee, I want you to bring your hand to your right hip and pull it back. So I find that sometimes this can be a little bit uncomfortable. If you have a jumper or something that you want to slide underneath your right knee, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to take this option, which is my toes bent and my knee lifted, but I do have quite a lot of external rotation in my hip. So this is Low-key comfortable for me, but you find the most comfortable position. Gonna be working through our left inside thigh. Flex your heel as much as you can, and I want you to take a cheeky little look down. Is your heel in line with your spine, or is it weirdly forward or weirdly back? It just needs to be in line. Heel is flexed. I'm pulling my right hip away and I'm floating through my left side. Maybe it doesn't actively lift, but there's air under there. That's the vibes. Float heel up, slowly lower all the way down. Now, straight away, I feel the attractiveness and the craving to just slouch here. Let's all fight that feeling. Lift up and out of your side waist. You float and you lower down. Now, this is not going to be a long series. Float and lower. We're going to do a little arm break before we go to the other side. The next time that you float your left leg, meet me there, hold. Can you point your toe generously? Flex your toe, stretch through the back of your knee, lower everything down. Exhale, press and lift. Point, flex, and lower. So good, everybody. We're going to point and flex here into this combo for another 6, and then we're just going to stay up and point and flex. We've got little circles to finish off this series as well, and that's coming up. Keep lifting up through your waistband. Ribs are quiet and relaxed, and honestly, your head's just chilling there. Don't need to do too much with her. Okay, next time that you lift up, meet me there, hold. Inseams of your pants are absolutely working hard. Just point. Just flex. Can you keep lifting away? Air underneath your left rib cage. Team, keep lifting it up. Let's go for another 6. Flex. 5. Flex. So good. See if you can work through your full range of motion of your foot. Sometimes I feel like we forget that we have all of these incredible little intrinsic muscles in our foot that also need a little bit of loving. The next time your toe is pointed, meet me there, hold. You're drawing little circles up and around. Up and around. Let's go for 10. We are going to be reversing those circles. Don't you worry. I'm starting to get the shakes. Keep your ribs quiet. Flaring them is not going to help you. Let's go for another 2. Another 1. Hold. Let's reverse. Keep stretching your knee as much as you can, team. You've got this. Let's go. 4, 3, 2. I'm shaking, but I'm going to hold. Let's all flex. Let's pulse it up. Exhale, press. Oh my God, somebody zoom in on that shake. 5, 4, 3. We can do this for 2, for 1. Hot tamale, roll onto your belly. So good. I'm just laughing at myself with that shake. I'm going to look at that in post and be like, that was crazy. And that was crazy. Lift yourself up. You're going to find yourself into a half plank. We're just going to do a little intermission of our arms. Make this a true full body fiery flow. I'm actually having so much fun, and I hope you are too. Hope you're not swearing at me through the screen. Hands right underneath your shoulder blades. Knees are going to be further away from your hips. Tuck your tailbone under just a little bit. I want you to feel that long line from the top of your head to your tailbone. Nice and strong here. We're going to go straight down into a push-up. Bend both of your elbows. Chest reaches down in between your thumbs. Exhale, press and squeeze. Now I'm going to add on quite quickly here. Lower. Exhale, press and squeeze. Can you press your pointer fingers really firmly into the mat? Okay, next time you lower down, lift all the way up. I'm going to send my right arm long, squeeze it back. Left arm long, squeeze it back. Gonna take 1 push-up, down. Exhale, press. One arm goes long. Now straight away, I really want to tip onto one side, but we want to fight that. Press your right knee a little bit firmer and squeeze your tush as hard as you can. As one arm reaches, squeeze. Other arm reaches, squeeze. You take that single push-up. So strong, everybody. Making sure that your elbows are coming close to you as you take your push-up. We're not doing wide push-ups today, trying to focus in on your triceps. Now, as we start to get fatigued, the first thing that's gonna go is definitely our abdominals. Try not to fall into your shoulders. Keep it puffed and away. Definitely getting spicy here. I am feeling it and I'm loving it. All right, everybody. Coming up to just our push-ups for 6 reps. 5. For 4. Yes, we can. Last 3. Last 2. I almost wanted to skip one, but we don't do that here. Last one. Press it all back. Widen your knees. Give everything a little shimmy, a little shake. We're not going to stretch here too long. Team, we're just going to get the other inside thigh done. So you're going to lie down onto your right side this time. Right arm is going long. Now remember, if you have like a little jumper or a little ball, you can place that underneath your left knee, or if your hips feel good for it, you can lift up into this turned out very odd position. That's all right. Lower your head down, pull your left hip away from you, flex through your right heel as firmly as you can. It's a float and a lower. Float and a lower. Coming to the pointy end of our class. We've worked hard today, but we want to finish it as strongly as we can. Zip your ribs in. Little gentle lift from the right side of your waist. Really trying to imagine both sides of our body as long and as extended as possible. Let's return to the breath. When things start to get hard, when things start to feel unachievable, it's so easy to blah, 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 get caught up in the drama of it. Come back to the simplest thing that you know, which is breathe in and breathe out, baby. Let's start to add in the flex and point. Foot is flexed as you lift it. Point it generously. Feel the energy running through. Flex it again, and then lower it back down. Exhale, press, point, flex, breath in. Our breath is so powerful, especially when we are learning to discern and we maybe are finding parts of ourselves that are like kind of icky and we're like noticing, oh shit, I actually am being a lazy bitch, or shit, I actually do need to take responsibility for the fact that I didn't show up as well as I thought I wanted to be. It's easy to start to get and caught up in the drama of it. Coming back to your breath, coming back to the simplest, most grounding thing and the most grounding tool that we have, which is focusing on the inhales and exhale. Let's stay up and just flex and point. Reach your heel and your toe longer away from you. Lift it up a little bit higher. Good. You've got this. Let's flex and point for another 8. Lift it up even further. Good. Keep pressing your left hip away from you. Team, and only 4. Can do anything for 3 little circles coming up. What a gift. 2 and 1. Little circles up and around. Keep pulling your knee cap up. It can be so easy to start to fall into a schlep because you think that this is the end and it doesn't matter, but it absolutely does. Keep lifting your belly button up. Start to reverse your circles. Stay with me, team. Enjoy the burn. Let's go for another 6, 5. Last 3. 2 pulses. Last one. Hold, flex, up, up, up. Press your knee away from you. Your heel. Press your heel away from you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower down. Wowza. That was crazy. Roll onto your belly. Take a little cobra, way up and away. A little rock, side to side, glorious stretch through your belly. And then find a sink back and find your child's pose. Open your knees wide. That should feel really nice through your inside thighs. And just take a little gentle rock, side to side. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Return back to calm. Return back to yourself. Notice the rise and fall of your belly and your rib cage. On your next breath in, I want you to gather all of the energy that you've created and then give yourself a big audible exhale. Let everything go. One more big deep breath in. Let it all go. Gently roll all the way up. My loves, what was that? Like 32 minutes of juicy, fiery, glorious, ooey gooey goodness. I absolutely loved filming that for you, and I hope you enjoyed doing it. Thank you so much for meeting me on to your mat. Like I was talking about in the video, I hope that you found a little bit more discernment with you, your body, and how you're feeling on any given day. Discernment is such a powerful tool and something that completely changed my life and my responsibility, my relationship to responsibility and everything that I got to choose within my day, because I wasn't naming, blaming, and shaming everything around myself. I was actually taking responsibility and choosing like a grown adult, not a little baby boo. So I hope in that workout, you felt a little bit more connected to yourself. You got a little bit closer to whatever it is your goal is, and you just shifted your mindset, your movement, your body, even just a little bit. If that happened, my work here is absolutely done. So wherever you are in the world, it's time to clock off. I'll see you in the next video.